It's Tuesday, June 9th.
We want to be there for our customers. We want to prove that we have the capacity and the reliability is there. We want to bring people back.
Double car service resumes on line 1 of the O train, but riders are not convinced full service will last.
The owner of the Ottawa Senators is part of a bid to buy the Fairmont Chateau Montebello, the latest on the future of the historic hotel.
The opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
And Canada has a new Governor General. Louise Arbour is installed as Canada's 31st representative of the monarch in a special ceremony yesterday. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now.
Come on in. We're so glad you can join us. The gang's all here. I'm Rosie Edda.
Yeah, happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Will Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
Yeah, so this week we are focusing on Grad Week, and it has us all remembering those good times.
Yes.
And we talked a little bit before the show. Today's focus is how to strike a pose.
Oh, I love it. I want to see your best pose. Oh, look at you posing.
I think I might have already given it away.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be so great.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. We're going to get some lessons on getting all the angles.
Because it is important, right?
Yeah. Very important.
Where you look, different facial features, and you got to make sure those photos are nice and done.
Even things like on how to put your neck out a little bit so you don't get, you know, the little lines, the wrinkles in your neck. As you get older, you probably don't have to worry about that yet, but I do. So that's something that I have to worry about. Stretch the neck, stretch the neck.
See this? All these things to look forward to. But Rosie, we've got your top stories.
We're going to look at that right now. O train line 1 has returned to regular service with double car trains, and the head of OC Transpo calls this milestone significant.
They started doing a little better when it came to installation, doing some of the work. The materials showed up, and then they made the decision that they could get it in a week earlier, and so they let us know. You know, I would tell you at any time is the right time to put the double cars back. You know, we want to be there for our customers. We want to prove that we have the capacity and the reliability is there. We want to bring people back. Commit to taking public transit here and on.
Rick Leary says there is still more work to do. Not all the axles have been replaced, and every 100,000 kilometers they need to be checked, and there is still no root cause. But he believes the system is more reliable. Rick Leary says the next step is getting set for the Eastern Extension to open. He says he's having meetings every day and is hoping to nail down that timeline as soon as possible. Some Orleans residents are urging the city to change its approach to how it deals with coyotes. This comes after a recent coyote attack on a 14-year-old boy in the Avalon area. Residents report coyotes can be seen all times of the day, but mainly at night. In recent weeks, the city has posted no entry signage near the den and instructed residents to avoid the area. Residents' reactions are mixed whether this is enough.
I appreciate the coyotes have to have a place to live. There's so much construction going around, but I think humanely they could be removed from the area because there's so many schools around, there's kids out and about all over the place here.
Well, I think it's part of nature, and with all the wildlife around like rabbits and turkeys, naturally going to attract them. So I think that people probably in the end, no matter what you do, you're probably going to have to live with them.
The vice president of the Greater Avalon Association says when the den was first located weeks ago, the city told her to expect the animals to move on by the end of June. A man in his 50s has died after being pulled from the Carleton University swimming pool. Emergency crews responded to a call for a person in distress in the pool Sunday evening. Paramedics say the man experienced cardiac arrest and was rescued by a lifeguard. The lifeguard and a campus security guard performed CPR until paramedics arrived. The victim was taken to hospital in critical condition, where he was later pronounced dead. The closure of the Strait of Hormuz is not only impacting oil prices, a global helium shortage is also putting pressure on some businesses right here in the capital. For some, helium prices have doubled or worse, and this is not the first time the supply of helium has taken a hit. It's the fifth in the past 20 years, the fourth coming when Russia launched its full-blown invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Osama Altwill runs the Balloon Lady Ottawa with his wife. He says his supplier gave him an early heads up, so he bought in bulk about 4 times his usual order.
And there's hundreds of these released multiple times a day that are used for the weather patterns, and they use helium as well, and that's starting to impact their operations as well. So a multitude of high-tech, very important applications to our way of life.
Industry advocates say these examples should serve as a wake-up call for political leaders to better promote domestic production. Saskatchewan seems to be listening as that province hopes to grow the sector to 10% of global production by 2030. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is appealing to Albertans to remain in Canada, all while pushing for federal policy changes to ease separatist sentiments.
Those who are choosing separation from Canada are not our enemies. Demonizing people who have lost hope in Canada is no way to restore it. Name-calling, fear-mongering, and ostracizing will only worsen and broaden the divide.
Poilievre also urged Alberta to work with other provinces rather than pull away from them. A special ceremony here in downtown Ottawa was held for the swearing-in of Louise Arbour as Canada's 31st Governor-General.
I want to thank Prime Minister Carney and His Majesty King Charles III for entrusting me with the opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
79-year-old Arbour is a former Supreme Court justice and international prosecutor. In her speech, she spoke of the importance of Canadians being able to peacefully coexist despite our differences. While the role is often seen as ceremonial, the office of the Governor-General links the House of Commons to the Crown and is crucial to how Canada's democracy functions.
Canada has won its first ever FIBA American Cup.
The U18 men's national basketball team defeated the United States 67-65 at the tournament in Mexico this weekend, a close one.
Canada previously won bronze in 2022 and 2024. Two of the players, Godson Okoko and Emmanuel Okobo, are from Ottawa.
Amazing.
Yes.
Love that local talent, as well as a nice, very tight win column with 2 points. Wow.
Won by a bucket.
A nail biter till the end, right? Wow, incredible.
Love to see that for our local Ottawans.
Absolutely. I also love when we reach 30 degrees in the forecast and we get to see sunshine.
Yes.
I will give you a warning. If you like the sunny, warm weather, enjoy it, because tomorrow, looking very different.
I knew it. As soon as I come back, you just reel me in and then change the weather.
I know, unfortunately. But at least we have one more day that we will get to see sunshine, and it will be very hot into the afternoon. Temperatures will reach a high of 30 degrees this afternoon. That sun setting tonight, 8:49, so inching closer and closer to 9 p.m. Temperatures this morning, not even so bad. A little bit warmer than it was yesterday at this hour. We're sitting at 12 degrees. We're getting to see a mix of sun and cloud this hour. 15 in Montreal, 10 in Cornwall, 12 for Brockville, Kingston, 10 out in the valley this hour. So in those double digits across the region. A few clouds this morning to start off your day, but those clouds will shift within the next few hours, and we will get to see pure sunshine in the forecast for us today. Gorgeous day ahead, lots of sunshine. It will be hot into the afternoon, so the UV index also high today. Then this evening, around 9 o'clock, that's when we could start to see some scattered showers, risk of thunderstorms as well. So we could see some rain overnight, risk of thunderstorms, so we could see active weather into your overnight and early tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow, unfortunately, is looking a little bit wet. We will see these spotty showers kind of last off and on throughout the day ahead. We will see some thunderstorms into the afternoon, clearing up early Thursday morning, a bit of a break early in the morning Thursday, but then Thursday late in the afternoon, that's when we could see more rain on the way. So unfortunately, we do have some spotty showers over the next few days, so make sure you're getting outside and enjoying the beautiful hot weather today. 30 degrees is the high for us in the city. We'll feel closer to 32 with the humidex. The UV index sitting at 8 today, so it is high. Make sure you're lathering on that sunscreen. Pretty much 30 across the region, with the exception of Bancroft sitting at 28, 26 for Trenton, 28 as well over in Kingston. Still hot in those areas. 30 degrees in the valley, 29 in Kittatinny, as well as over in Montreal. So over the next couple of days, it's going to get wet and a little bit cooler starting tomorrow. 20 is the overnight low, so it will stay warm tonight. Again, we could start to see that active weather overnight and early tomorrow morning. 22 is the high for tomorrow, so back down to seasonal temperatures as we head into Wednesday. Active weather on the way into the afternoon. We could see 10 to 15 millimeters of rain tomorrow, so a wet day ahead. The warm weather is back Thursday and through Friday. Temperatures coming back into the 30s. Still seeing some scattered showers Thursday and through Friday, but the sunshine is back on Saturday with a high of 28.
Weather is brought to you by Manatic Tree. Complete tree care from start to stump.
It is smooth sailing on all your major routes. So far, so good on your drive-in. There are no major collisions or issues to report. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Hey there, Wesley Chang with you inside the SportsCenter newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday, and we'll head to the diamond for this one. Yankees and Guardians tied in the 8th with a runner on 3rd as Jazz Chisholm sends one up the middle, but check out this play by Brian Rocchio sliding and tagging second in a one fluid motion before firing to first for the double play and earning you your must-see moment from Monday. Tonight on TSN, we've got some footy action with an international women's friendly between Costa Rica and Canada. It all starts at 9 p.m. Eastern across the TSN network. That's all from the SportsCenter newsroom. Have a great day.
Coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, the owner of the Ottawa Senators is part of a group bidding on the Fairmont Chateau Montebello. We'll tell you all about the prospective details and maybe of that purchase coming up a little bit later on in our program. Let's take a peek outside through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Beautiful sunshine and a toasty one this afternoon. See that sun? Don't get used to it. It is leaving us, Melissa Stay, so make sure you take advantage of it today. Stay with us, 6:12 on your Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. Train Line 1 has returned to regular service with double car trains, and the head of OC Transpo calls this milestone significant. Some Orleans residents are urging the city to change its approach to how it deals with coyotes. And the owner of the Ottawa Senators is part of a bid to buy the Fairmont Chateau Montebello. The latest on the future of the historic hotel. Now, a check on the forecast.
Ooh, and temperatures today gonna feel nice and toasty. Already above 15 degrees, climbing to 30 before we enter the humidex values. And that beautiful sunshine is here to stay all day long. But as we enter the evening window, a chance for some showers, maybe some thunderstorms, and that could continue over the next couple of days. So if you like that sunshine, get out and enjoy it while it's here. Let's take a peek at your roads, shall we? 6:15 on your Tuesday morning. Everything smooth sailing as of right now as that sunshine pokes through. AC in full blast if you got in the vehicles. Temperatures feeling warm.
New details are emerging about the sale of one of the country's most iconic resorts. Ottawa Senators owner Michael Anlauer is part of a local group bidding on the Fairmont Chateau Montebello. The 100-year-old resort is about an hour drive east of Ottawa. CTV's Josh Morano has that story.
The Fairmont Chateau Montebello could soon be under new ownership, and a group from the capital region is interested.
It's an iconic asset. It's close to home. It's in our backyard, and there's so much history there. We need to celebrate history.
DevCore Group CEO Jean-Pierre Poulin confirming to CTV News Ottawa Senators owner Michael Anlauer reached out to him about joining a bid to purchase the famous resort.
We beefed up the team to resubmit. I think we got the team, and the proposal that we did is a proposal to win.
The group also includes Spa Nordique's Martin Piquet. It says it wants to keep the property locally owned, which is welcome news for businesses in the area.
Tourism just goes all around Montebello area. We're like a big resort here, so if you help the hotel, you kind of have to help, the business all around it.
We all know how much he care about investing and being part of the Gatineau region as much as the Ottawa region. So it feels that it's a perfect opportunity for us to do that.
The resort was put up for sale in 2024 after its previous owner, Evergrande, a Chinese real estate firm, was ordered to liquidate billions of dollars in assets after accumulating significant debt.
It's good to keep it in Canada for sure. If there's somebody who wants to do it, current owners aren't able to do it, then that's not a bad thing, is it?
While Poulin hasn't specified how much the group is offering, he says they've submitted a fair bid.
It's more than just a number. It's important for this asset to have the right owner with the right vision and the depth on all fronts, right? Financial, construction, development, all of this to do what's the best for the employees, for the Fairmont.
Josh Morano, CTV News, Montebello.
All right, switching gears, there are multiple reports that this week that the federal government is planning to propose a ban on social media for kids under 16 as part of its online harms bill being introduced. Let's check in with Bill Carroll from the Morning Rush on News Talk 580 CFRA to get his thoughts. And Bill, following suit from many other people, do you like this idea?
Well, I like the principle of it, I suppose. I have kids who are now past that age. They're young adults, 20, 21 years old. So I've been through it with them, and I think we all recognize the potential harm of social media. I just don't know how this works. That's all. And I'm not saying I don't know how it works logistically. We've seen what they're doing in Australia, so it'll probably be very similar. But in Australia, they've only had the ban in effect since December. 60-something percent, I think 61% of kids 12 to 15 say they still use social media. Another up to 70% say they could if they want to. They know a workaround to get on it. And that's the problem. Can you ultimately really enforce something like this? And in doing so and trying to enforce it, there are all kinds of problems for the rest of us, privacy concerns among them. I mean, one of the things they're trying to do is use facial recognition to determine if you're 16 or not, which is not very precise, right? The difference between the face of a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old can be not very much. They'll use other technology as well to try to figure it out. But all of it means data collection and taking an image of your video as you sign on to social media. And that means they have to look at everybody. And what are they going to do with that data? You cause more problems than you solve. Those are the questions. What if your kids now run into something on social media that they would like to talk to their parents or someone about, but they're afraid to now because they're breaking the law by just being there? That could be another downside of it. So I just don't see a ban as an answer. It's like looking for an easy answer to a very complicated question, and maybe there is no answer to it.
Yeah, Bill, you made such a good point, too. And we spoke with Carmi Levy a couple of weeks ago about the fact that if the kids are going to want to get on it, they're going to be able to find some ways to get on the social media. And you saw that you gave the statistics there. Over 60%, 12 to 15, already able to get around it, to use it. So is this ban going to really be effective?
Sometimes it's better that your kids are using it, you know they're using it, and you can continue to talk to them about what they're encountering and who they're encountering. And, I also don't think you could discount, because we're older, that the relationships our kids make on social media, through gaming, and those are very real to them, and they can be very real. People don't even have to meet in person at any time to have an ongoing relationship with some of them. For many kids, it's what keeps them from feeling even more isolated. But we know once they're on social media, they can be subjected to all kinds of bullying as well. So upsides, bad downsides, and the government trying to get involved never gives me a whole lot of confidence.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Like you said, so many different sides to the story, both good and bad. We'll see how this plays out. Appreciate your time, Bill.
You guys have a good day.
You as well. And always remember, you can listen to Bill Carroll on the Morning Rush on News Talk 580 CFRA. That is weekdays from 6 till 10 in the morning. Taking a peek outside, it's a beautiful hot one today. The sun will be shining. Temperatures reaching 30 degrees. Currently already at 15. Stay with us. We'll be right back. back, everybody. Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we are asking for your comments on groceries and savings. Isn't that a hot topic now and has been over the last couple of years? What are you doing right now to save some money at the supermarket? Let us know your thoughts. You can email us, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. And Melissa, I wouldn't say it's at the supermarket per se, but you and your family do something to save money.
For meat, we buy a quarter cow from a farmer. So we get it from an actual farmer. We get a quarter cow. It comes in little freezer packages, so everything is individually portioned. It makes a lot of sense for our family, and you know, it's great because it gets us about 6 months from just this quarter cow for at least our beef. So we still have to buy things like chicken, and oftentimes we shop the sales. So if I notice that strawberries are $2.99, I am buying 4 things of strawberries. I am cutting some up. I am freezing half of them. If blueberries are on sale, then we're having blueberries that day. So we really try to shop the sales, especially when it comes to our produce and our meat. So if salmon goes on sale, we're buying salmon for dinner tonight. We really just try to shop what is most cost effective because it is so expensive and it always adds up. And I am shocked when I only spend $150 at the grocery store.
I know, that's
like,
kind of
that's
like
a shocking. That's like, oh my God, it's only like I'm used to spending $2+.
That's kind of like a win when you have $150, and meat, it just continues to climb. So Rosie, what do you think when you go to the supermarket? Are there any little trinkets that you like to do when you see something or save?
Well, all I know is I'm thinking about the Nonas, the Omas, the BBs. They had it right from jump. They were going to different stores, different sales. At first, I'd be like, why are you spending all this time trying to save a little money here and there? Now, I get it. That's what the grandmothers do, and that's what I do. Going to different grocery stores and just checking out the different sales. And I've got the Flip app. Yeah, and it really does go ding. Oh, sale on salmon at this store. I'm going there. You know, and I used to just buy a little bit. Now, if it's a really good sale, I buy a lot. Put it away. What about you, Will?
I'm kind of the exact same between the two of you, where like I will get, if there's a huge like meat sale or whatever, I get it from local farmers as well. So I'll load up on that if there's like a 25-30% off on ground beef, and just put it all in the freezer. And then when there are some deals, I'm on every email list from some of my favorite stores. And it's like, you know, your creatine is 50% off. I'll load up on creatine for the next, 2 years, or whatever it may be. So you look at those deals. I'm kind of a combo of the two of you.
When those things go on special, you got to load up. And thankfully, my parents have loaned us their freezer because we ran out of room.
That's a big step as well. When you do that, make sure you got room in the freezer. So we'll be hearing from you. You heard from the three of us. We were asking, what are you doing at this time to save some money on groceries? Send us those comments, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. Stay with us, friends. 6:27. We'll be right back with your news headlines.
Good morning, 6:30 on the nose. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
Coming up a little bit later on the show, if you just missed us before commercial break, we were talking about groceries and how to save money. Some of us buys a quarter cow. Some of us has the app and makes sure we've got all the deals. I'm a little combo of both. Coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to have someone come in and talk to us about alternate ways that all three of us don't use about saving some money on groceries too.
That's going to be a great conversation. Really looking forward to that. We're going to get to today's top stories for you right now. O-Train Line 1 has returned to regular service with double-car trains, and the head of OC Transpo calls this milestone significant.
They started doing a little better when it came to installation, doing some of the work. The materials showed up, and then they made the decision that they could get it in a week earlier, and so they let us know. You know, I would tell you at any time is the right time to put the double cars back. We want to be there for our customers. We want to prove that we have the capacity and the reliability is there. We want to bring people back. They commit to taking public transit here on.
Rick Leary says there is still more work to do. Not all the axles have been replaced, and every 100,000 kilometers they need to be checked, and there is still no root cause. But he believes the system is more reliable. Rick Leary says the next step is getting set for the Eastern Extension to open. He says he's having meetings every day and is hoping to nail down that timeline as soon as possible. Some Orleans residents are urging the city to change its approach to how it deals with coyotes. This comes after a recent coyote attack on a 14-year-old boy in the Avalon area. Residents report coyotes can be seen at all times of the day, but mainly at night. In recent weeks, the city has posted no entry signage near the den and instructed residents to avoid the area. Residents' reactions are mixed whether this is enough.
I appreciate the coyotes have to have a place to live. There's so much construction going around, but I think humanely they could be removed from the area because there's so many schools around, there's kids out and about all over the place here.
Well, I think it's part of nature, and with all the wildlife around, like rabbits and turkeys, naturally going to attract them. So I think that people probably in the end, no matter what you do, you're probably going to have to live with them.
The vice president of the Greater Avalon Association says the den was first located weeks ago. The city told her to expect the animals to move on by the end of June. A man in his 50s has died after being pulled from the Carleton University swimming pool. Emergency crews responded to a call for a person in distress in the pool Sunday evening. Paramedics say the man experienced cardiac arrest and was rescued by a lifeguard. The lifeguard and a campus security guard performed CPR until paramedics arrived. The victim was taken to hospital in critical condition, where he was later pronounced dead. The closure of the Strait of Hormuz is not only impacting oil prices, a global helium shortage is also putting pressure on some businesses right here in the capital. For some, helium prices have doubled or worse, and this is not the first time the supply of helium has taken a hit. It's the fifth in the past 20 years, the fourth coming when Russia launched its full-blown invasion of Ukraine back in February 2022. Osama Altawil runs the Balloon Lady Ottawa with his wife. He says his supplier gave him an early heads up, so he bought in bulk, about 4 times his usual order.
We were like, yeah, of course, we want to stock up on the helium. So luckily, we managed to get our hands on some helium tanks. And so far, we have enough supply to cover, let's say, just the summer. And hopefully, he still has more.
Industry advocates say these examples should serve as a wake-up call for political leaders to better promote domestic production. Saskatchewan seems to be listening as the province hopes to grow the sector to 10% of global production by 2030. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is appealing to Albertans to remain in Canada, all while pushing for federal policy changes to ease separatist sentiments.
Those who are choosing separation from Canada are not our enemies. Demonizing people who have lost hope in Canada is no way to restore it. Name-calling, fear-mongering, and ostracizing will only worsen and broaden the divide.
Poilievre also urged Alberta to work with other provinces rather than pull away from them. There is opposition to the federal government's offer to lend millions of dollars to airlines.
The marketplace will drive airline behavior. This strategy of $150 million with strings attached is not going to be enough to drive the, airline behavior.
The federal government is offering loans of up to $150 million to help airlines with the rising cost of fuel. Airlines who take up the offer will have to meet conditions like limiting executive pay and keeping operations in Canada. WestJet has come out hard against the plan, calling it corporate charity. Air Canada says it can manage the situation by itself. Other airlines like Air Transat and Porter say they are reviewing the offer. A special ceremony here in downtown Ottawa was held for the swearing-in of Louise Arbour as Canada's 31st Governor General.
I want to thank Prime Minister Carney and His Majesty King Charles III for entrusting me with the opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
79-year-old Arbour is a former Supreme Court justice and international prosecutor. In her speech, she spoke of the importance of Canadians being able to peacefully coexist despite our differences. While the role is often seen as ceremonial, the office of the Governor General links the House of Commons to the Crown and is crucial to how Canada's democracy functions.
June marks 10 years since a sinkhole opened up on Rita Street and swallowed a van.
We don't forget that.
No.
It was on June 8th, 2016 when the sinkhole formed just east of Sussex, but thankfully no one was hurt.
That is good news. The massive hole was blamed as one of the main reasons for delays in stage 1 LRT construction.
Okay, do you want to hear a crazy story?
Yes.
I was one of the first on the scene. So I was on this show and the show had just ended. It used to run till 10 o'clock. I went to get a coffee and I started hearing this massive sound being like boom, boom, boom. And at first I was like, what is that? And like no one could really understand what the sound we were hearing. And it wasn't like gunshots or anything. It was like a rumble. And I'm like looking at the sky. Is there a thunderstorm? All of a sudden, you see this massive hole and you see the van go kerplunk. And then water spraying up. And I didn't even go get the coffee because I was right across from where this happened. And I was like, I'm not going near there. I called the newsroom. I'm taking video on my cell phone. I'm running because I wasn't sure what else was going to cave in at this point. But yeah, I was one of the first there when it happened. And it was terrifying.
Because the mind starts to go too, right? Is this it? Or like, what's happening? It's like a sinkhole.
Like, is it going to
We've
start?
all seen the movies.
Oh my goodness.
And you know I have a big imagination. So I was like, no, it's going to swallow me whole.
Immediately
but
think
first,
about
let me get the video.
Of course.
Thinking like a journalist, right?
Work first, fear second. Nice.
But then let me run.
Yeah, dedication to the craft. We love
Sorry,
that.
I'm not picking up the coffees today, everyone.
Yeah, that was the last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And
good
then, yeah, it was wild, but I'll never forget that. That's for sure.
And hey, they had a good excuse for LRT delays, eh?
Right? What's the excuse now? Partly cloudy conditions to start off your day. It will be sunny and hot in through the afternoon. Then this week is looking warm, but a little wet. Tomorrow will be cooler, but then we will see warmer temperatures towards the end of the work week. Nice right now. We're sitting at 12 degrees, already in those double digits to start off your morning. 10 in the Valley, 12 in Kingston, same within Trenton, 14 over in Brockville. So in our skies right now, seeing a few clouds. You can see a little bit of gray here on our satellite radar screen. So a few clouds to start things off this morning. Those clouds will shift and we will get to see sunshine throughout the day ahead. Still seeing sunshine this morning. It's a mix of sun and cloud, but then those clouds will move through. We will get to see pure sunshine throughout your Tuesday until tonight. That's what we're expecting, this low pressure system bringing with it rain, and we could even see some active weather in the form of thunderstorms. That is overnight tonight and in through your day tomorrow. Spotty showers in the morning. We could see risk of thunderstorms overnight, spotty showers in the morning, then risk of thunderstorms in the afternoon, and quite a bit of rain on the way for us tomorrow. We could see 10 to 15 millimeters on the way. Thursday morning, a bit of a break from this system, but then Thursday into the afternoon, we could see more spotty showers, which will continue in through your Friday forecast. Hot and sunny today, so get outside, enjoy the beautiful weather, but make sure you're lathering on the sunscreen. The UV index sitting at 8 into the afternoon. 30 degrees for us today. We'll feel closer to 32 with that humidex, so warm, sunny, and hot into the day ahead. 30 throughout most of the region with the exception of Kingston, Bancroft sitting at 28, 26 in Trenton where they could see some active weather earlier this afternoon. 30 degrees for Gatineau, the Valley, 29 in Montreal, 27 over in Mont-Tremblant. Over the next couple of days, it will be hot towards the end of the work week. 20 is the overnight low, so staying mild tonight. We could see that active weather on the way tonight and early tomorrow morning. Spotty showers tomorrow throughout the morning. Into the afternoon, could see thunderstorms. 10 to 15 millimeters of rain and cooler temps. 22 degrees is the high. Don't worry, though. The warm weather is back on Thursday. Hot for Thursday, Friday, highs of 31. Again, we could see spotty showers on the way, but then sunshine as we head into Saturday with a high of 28.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
And here's a look at your highways this morning. Eastbound on the 417, slowdowns at Moody into Woodruff. No major issues to report, just seeing your regular delays and volume this hour.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
Coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa.
I'm super excited to be done, but also to be heading out and working and trying to make a difference.
Grads are celebrating their hard work after completing their university degrees, but many face an uncertain future and tough job market upon finishing school. We'll have that story and more. Here's a live look through our sky cam. It's going to be another beautiful day, and yeah, it's going to be hot. It is 6:41. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back. Good morning, Ottawa.
Welcome back, everybody. Here are some of the top stories that we're following today on Your Morning Ottawa. O-Train Line 1 has returned to regular service with double-car trains, and the head of OC Transpo calls this milestone significant. Some Orleans residents are urging the city to change its approach to how to deal with coyotes, and the owner of the Ottawa Senators is part of a bid to buy the Fairmont Chateau Montebello. The latest on the future of the historic hotel will be coming up. Melissa, it's going to be a toasty one today.
High and sunny into your afternoon, a high of 30 degrees later on today. We'll feel closer to 32 with the humidex. The UV index high as well, sitting at 8. Lots of sunshine into the afternoon. It's tonight overnight that we're expecting some rain, risk of thunderstorms as well. Temps falling to 20. Cooler for tomorrow. Could still see that active weather into the afternoon. 22 is the daytime high, but don't worry, the warm weather returns on Thursday with a high of 31. Here's a look at your drive-in. Still no major issues, just dealing with your regular volume. If you're heading eastbound on the 417, it is slow from the 416 split in through past Woodruff this hour, but does pick up at Parkdale into O'Connor Street, but still some heavy volume this morning on your Queensway. Rosie.
Hundreds of students walked across the stage at a convocation ceremony at Carleton University. And while it's an exciting time, many are worried about looking for a job in this economy. CTV's Camille Wilson reports on the happy occasion, also coming with some anxiety.
Rachel Facette has been waiting for this day for a long time.
It feels amazing. I finished my thesis and just defended my dissertation.
Her family coming to watch her graduate from Carleton University at Monday's convocation ceremony.
I graduated with a Master's of Arts in Political Science with a co-op.
She says she's ready for what's next with a job lined up.
I'm very lucky with my co-op. I was able to get bridged in to National Defense, so I'm very excited to be working there and continue working there.
She's one of thousands of university and college students who will be crossing the stage this month.
I feel excited because it was a lot of tension, like the exams, the sleepless nights. Oh my God, I'm happy I'm done, honestly.
It feels surreal because I honestly, like when you're going through it, you don't see the light at the tunnel. You're like, am I ever gonna get out? But now that I'm out, I'm like, there is a light.
Some will go right into the workforce.
I was one of the fortunate people that got a job right after graduation, so I'm actually already working.
But others are still looking. The latest data from Statistics Canada shows the youth unemployment rate at 13.4% in May, more than double the national average.
Excited for what's about to come. A little worried about heading into finding a full-time job and everything, but excited.
It's difficult, but thankfully I feel like I've gained enough skills in my program and in work experience that I had the opportunity to undertake thanks to this program. And so I feel like between that and the connections I've made that I'll be able to weather the storm.
But even with the uncertainty, these graduates are looking forward to their future.
But it's still better than being in school, to be honest.
5 years of hard work and dedication, tears. We cried, but we made it.
I have a lot of hope and aspirations for the future.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
It is time for your morning fix, and we got a couple of fun ones today. We're kicking it off with Scottish superfan Craig Ferguson is nearing the finish of a grueling journey to his country's first game at the World Cup.
I'm attempting to become the first man in history to walk the entire length of America from LA to New York, coast to coast, while wearing a kilt.
Oof. All the noises for this one. The 22-year-old is making the 4,800-kilometer journey, which he's calling a tartan trek. He's also using it to raise money for mental health initiatives with a goal of £1 million. He started the tartan trek at the beginning of February. Scotland's first match is against Haiti on June 13th in Boston.
Wow, incredible. I love the passion and dedication that some of our younger generation has, like just to do this at such a young age and raise money and awareness for such a good cause. I love it.
I love that. You know, we always have some, we've got some negative news out there in the world, and it's nice to have only 22 years old and already doing something
and getting
so
the
amazing.
Attention it deserves as well. So maybe you're going to have to do a little donation to that.
And
Love that.
We're happy to highlight that.
Absolutely. Well, a 500-year-old ferry dating back to the age of Leonardo da Vinci is once again moving people across a river in northern Italy. So it was designed more than 5 centuries ago, but there's been some major changes to traffic routes in this area of Bergamo, and a bridge is closed for maintenance. So now the ferry is in regular service. Before now, it had been used as more of a tourist attraction on weekends. It's literally called Leonardo's Ferry, and while it's not clear whether he designed it or not, he did sketch it out in 1513. Moves very slowly.
Very slow. This isn't the speed ferry if you're looking to
No.
get somewhere quickly.
It's going to take you quite a time, but that's all right. It's moving.
Well,
it's going.
It's cool that it used to just be like maybe a tourist attraction, and now you
Yeah.
can actually ride it and be a part
Right?
of that. So I think that's
Kind of
kinda
looks
cool.
like a massive pontoon ferry boat.
Yeah, it's like a barge,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
can use it
But it
as
moves.
transportation.
I love it.
All right, finally for us, a pair of Canadian cinematographers are plunging to the historic depths in Lake Superior.
The Great Lakes are our Serengeti, and the lake trout are the top predators in those lakes. And the Siskoat have evolved and held on for thousands of years.
CTV News was lucky enough to travel along with them as they begin a 2-year project. They are diving to the deepest parts of the lake for a documentary called Hidden Below the Great Lakes. The underwater drone that they're using dives to 364 meters and spots rarely seen fish as part of the journey. This will be a box office must-see just in a few years. I'm already dialed in on the
Yeah.
idea of this. Melissa, what do you think?
Absolutely. So Nigel, being from Thunder Bay, is right on Lake Superior. So we drove once from Thunder Bay to Ottawa and got to see the Great Lakes, and it was just incredible.
And it's so cool too, right? 364 meters below. And you always wonder, like, what's in our Great Lakes? Because the mind starts to go a little bit.
It changes so much because it's so massive. Like, it changes from when you drive by different areas of it. Like, there's some parts that it looks like the ocean. It's like tropical blue. It's stunning.
Super cool.
I think it's called Ladyfinger.
Ladyfinger.
Yeah, Ladyfinger. There was like the bay, and it's beautiful.
Looks like we're all dialed into this one.
It
eh?
was a 20-hour travel day.
There it is. All right, let's take a peek outside, shall we? Melissa letting us know it's going to be a hot one today, and enjoy that sunshine while it's here. We will be right back with your comments on how do you save money on groceries. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Today on the show, we are asking for your comments on what are you doing at this point to save some money on groceries. And I think not just the three of us, but everyone at home will be dialed into this conversation. And many of you chimed in.
Here's what you had to say. Elaine, I buy as I need to and do a lot of my own cooking. I don't go to the shop on an empty stomach.
Smart.
Ooh, that is a great rule of thumb, Elaine.
Because then you just want everything.
Everything. You go down the
So
snack
dangerous.
aisle.
Yes.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. Richard says, go for the sales and shop at local farmers markets, especially now because there's so many in our neighborhood that you can find them everywhere.
Not to mention, there's such better quality at those farmers markets than you're going to get at the grocery store most of the time, too. Danielle says we use the Flip app and use our PC points. Here.
Nice. We love collecting those points. Melanie says go to stores that price match. See, now I've not done this, Melanie. So you go in there like you have an item, you go, wait a minute, it's cheaper at the other store. You
Right.
bring that to their attention and then you get it for cheaper,
And
right?
you show it
get it for that price.
If you have the Flip app, you can show them, and then they honor the same price.
That's some hustling work.
It is. But you don't want to be behind the person that does that because it takes a long time.
Yeah.
Yes. Roger says, my biggest savings are with PC Optimum points. I get double value on sales with points. Smart.
Really good.
Yeah.
I love collecting points. What is it about that? They just got me hooked on that. I'm like, ooh, if I go here, I'll collect more points. And then,
Yeah.
I need to collect more points.
The worst is when you share your points and you collect them together, but then someone else redeems them on you.
Oh, the sneaky move. All right, so you've heard from some of us, and you've heard from some of our viewers. We are asking, what are you doing to save money on groceries? Email us your morning Ottawa at ctv.ca. We will be right back as we cruise up to 7 o'clock.
It's Tuesday, June 9th.
We want to be there for our customers. We want to prove that we have the capacity and the reliability is there. We want to bring people back.
Double car service resumes on line 1 of the O train, but riders are not convinced full service will last.
The owner of the Ottawa Senators is part of a bid to buy the Fairmont Chateau Montebello, the latest on the future of the historic hotel.
The opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
And Canada has a new Governor General. Louise Arbour is installed as Canada's 31st representative of the monarch in a special ceremony Monday. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good morning to you just after 7 o'clock. Come on in. We're glad you can start your day with us. I'm Rosie Edden.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And if you like the sunshine, it's been so nice over the last couple of days. Enjoy it today because things are taking the old turn.
Absolutely. Tomorrow's looking wet, a little bit cooler as well, but today is looking beautiful. So I'm just going to focus on today and forget about my Wednesday.
Here, here. I'll do that too.
Yes.
Concentrate on the good stuff.
Exactly.
Sounds like a plan. We're going to get to today's top stories for you right now. O Train Line 1 has returned to regular service with double car trains, and the head of OC Transpo calls this milestone significant.
They started doing a little better when it came to installation, doing some of the work. The materials showed up, and then they made the decision that they could get it in a week earlier, and so they let us know. You know, I would tell you at any time is the right time to put the double cars back. You know, we want to be there for our customers. We want to prove that we have the capacity and the reliability is there. We want to bring people back, commit to taking public transit here on.
Rick Leary says there is still more work to do. Not all the axles have been replaced, and every 100,000 kilometers they need to be checked, and there is still no root cause, but he believes the system is more reliable. Rick Leary says the next step is getting set for the Eastern Extension to open. He says he's having meetings every day and is hoping to nail down that timeline as soon as possible. Some Orleans residents are urging the city to change its approach to how it deals with coyotes. This comes after a recent coyote attack on a 14-year-old boy in the Avalon area. Residents report coyotes can be seen at all times of the day, but mainly at night. In recent weeks, the city has posted no entry signage near the den and instructed residents to avoid the area. Residents' reactions are mixed whether this is enough.
I appreciate the coyotes have to have a place to live. There's so much construction going around, but I think humanely they could be removed from the area because there's so many schools around, there's kids out and about all over the place here.
Well, I think it's part of nature, and with all the wildlife around, like rabbits and turkeys, naturally going to attract them. So I think that people probably in the end, no matter what you do, you're probably going to have to live with them.
The vice president of the Greater Avalon Association says when the dam was first located weeks ago, the city told her to expect the animals to move on by the end of June. The closure of the Strait of Hormuz is not only impacting oil prices, a global helium shortage is also putting pressure on some businesses right here in the capital. For some, helium prices have doubled or worse. And this is not the first time the supply of helium has taken a hit. It is the fifth in the past 20 years, the fourth coming when Russia launched its full-blown invasion of Ukraine back in February 2022. Osama Altawil runs the Balloon Lady Ottawa with his wife. He says his supplier gave him an early heads up, so he bought in bulk, about 4 times his usual order.
We're like, yeah, of course, we want to stock up on the helium. So luckily we managed to get our hands on some helium tanks. And so far we have enough supply to cover, let's say, just the summer. And hopefully he still has more.
Industry advocates say these examples should serve as a wake-up call for political leaders to better promote domestic production. Saskatchewan seems to be listening as that province hopes to grow the sector to 10% of global production by 2030. There is opposition to the federal government's offer to lend millions of dollars to airlines.
The marketplace will drive airline behavior. This strategy of $150 million with strings attached is not going to be enough to drive the, airline behavior.
The federal government is offering loans of up to $150 million to help airlines with the rising cost of fuel. Airlines who take up the offer will have to meet conditions like limiting executive pay and keeping operations in Canada. WestJet has come out hard against the plan, calling it corporate charity. Air Canada says it can manage the situation by itself. Other airlines like Air Transat and Porter say they are reviewing the offer. A special ceremony here in downtown Ottawa was held for the swearing-in of Louise Arbour as Canada's 31st Governor General.
I want to thank Prime Minister Carney and His Majesty King Charles III for entrusting me with the opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
79-year-old Arbour is a former Supreme Court justice and international prosecutor. In her speech, she spoke of the importance of Canadians being able to peacefully coexist despite our differences. While the role is often seen as ceremonial, the office of the Governor General links the House of Commons to the Crown and is crucial to how Canada's democracy functions.
Pop singer Rihanna recently got a gift and a language lesson from a flight from Toronto to Montreal.
This sweet lady gifted me with something very special that I would never forget.
One of the Air Canada flight attendants was Lily Ganaradio Dalebus from Kanawake.
She gave the singer a beaded lanyard and a quick lesson in how to say a few words in Mohawk. Isn't that amazing?
I love that Rihanna is so appreciative that she documented it as well, right?
And isn't it something, a billionaire taking a commercial flight?
Right?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Right? She got
Yes.
a commercial flight. That is really neat. Air Canada, that's really, really something. And she was so close to her. Ah, such a warm lady.
Cool story.
And we do have your weather picture of the day today, and this was sent to us from Mike. It's Monday morning fog over on the Ottawa River. What a beautiful picture.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
And of course, we love seeing your weather pictures, and you could be featured right here on the show. All you have to do is send them to us, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that's weathershots@ctv.ca. A hot and sticky one for today, reaching a high of 30 degrees later on this afternoon, so well above where we should be sitting this time of the year. The sun setting 8:49 p.m., so we do have a nice long sunny day ahead. Enjoy it because tomorrow's looking very, very different. Temps right now already sitting at 12 degrees, so we're in those low double digits and pretty much throughout the region. 12 now in the valley. They've warmed up a little bit, same within Kingston, Trenton. Brockville sitting at 16. 15 for Cornwall and Montreal. Still seeing a few clouds out there this hour. However, those clouds will clear out within the next few hours. We will get to see pure sunshine throughout your Tuesday. An absolutely beautiful day ahead. Enjoy, because tonight, this is around 9 o'clock tonight, we could start to see some spotty showers this evening and right through into your overnight. Risk of thunderstorms tonight as well. Those showers will continue tomorrow throughout your day on Wednesday. Could see some thunderstorms again tomorrow afternoon. Then as we head into Thursday morning, a bit of a break. You could see a bit of a break from all that rain, but then into the afternoon on Thursday, could see some more spotty showers in the forecast, which will kind of continue in through Friday. So a couple of wet days ahead. Tomorrow a little bit cooler, so enjoy the heat this afternoon. A high of 30 for your school day forecast today, so hot and sunny into the afternoon. Drink plenty of water and make sure you're taking breaks for the sun because it will be very hot later on this afternoon. Feeling closer to 32 today and hot and sticky across the region. 30 pretty much everywhere with the exception of Bancroft sitting at 28, 26 for Trenton, 28 as well over in Kingston for your afternoon daytime high, 27 in Tremblant and 29 in Kitigan-Zibi. Over the next 7 days, the heat will continue as we head into Thursday, but tomorrow a bit of a break. 22 degrees is the daytime high, again thunderstorms into the afternoon. 31 for Thursday, Friday, spotty showers possible, but still getting to see some sunshine. Then pure sunshine as we head into Saturday with a high of 28.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
Eastbound on the 417, it's heavy from Moody and through Bronson. Heading west on the Queensway, also seeing congestion approaching Greenbank. Closures in Riverside Drive area at Bank Street, and that is causing some slowdowns this hour. Will.
All right, we got a great story for you. The first one from Ottawa in over 80 years. City Councillor Tim Tierney has been elected the president of a national organization that represents municipalities across Canada. And we are lucky enough today because he joins us to talk about this. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Will. Thanks for having me on today.
It's so great. Even when you hear that, first in 80 years, tell me a little bit about this new role.
Yeah, so actually I looked it up. It's actually 84 years. Stan Lewis, that was the last person from Ottawa. He was a mayor in Ottawa. So I'm humbled, I'm honored. I represent over 2,200 member municipalities across, it's 95% of all municipalities in the country. And we speak as one voice, so now I have the full authority when I'm in my own hometown, which is good news because, you know, I get to work with my ward very closely as usual, but I also get to go to Parliament Hill on a regular basis and say, hey, we need some more money for sewage and water and all those great things that we need. And that work will also translate across the country.
I think that's so amazing too, and you hear that 84 years to have something like that. How important is it for you to have somebody, even just from Ottawa, recognized, and then how do you take on that role, knowing like, you know, I'm really proud to have somebody in our city with a role like this?
Well, first of all, you know, it's a huge privilege because, you know, when we gathered with 3,000 people and I got the trust of 3,000 elected officials across the country, mayors and councillors, and they said, yes, we trust you, you're going to be at the helm, and I truly appreciate it. It was a 3-year evolution to get to this point, 15 years on FCM actually, overall, to be able to get to this point, and thanks to my wife Jenny for her support. It was a lot of extra hours, but again, now we're at that great point where I could see the work we're going to do is going to contribute to the future of Canada.
You know, you talked a little bit about some of the responsibilities and actions that you can take now in this new role. Can you expand on that a little bit more?
Yeah, you know, obviously the federal budget is now delivered on a different timeline. So we actually will work up to that. We'll go up, we'll speak, we'll have lobbying days. We'll meet not only with ministers, which I did while I was in Edmonton, Minister LeBlanc, great conversations, Minister Robertson about housing. There's a lot of great conversations that we get directly to have. And that is a part of, the big part of the role, is to really highlight the top issues within municipalities. Bar none, across the entire country, is infrastructure, the non-sexy, the under-the-road stuff, the waters, the sewers, as well as police and bail reform. And I get to speak on behalf of all of Canada in regards to municipalities and their needs, and bring those forward. And hopefully that will generate into money coming back to municipalities. Because again, Will, everyone knows how much they pay in property taxes to the penny, but I yet to find one person that can tell me how much federal taxes or provincial taxes they pay, and that's the big difference.
And it's an important number, right, too, that people should be aware of. What are you most excited about with this new role?
Well, I already know a lot of the players within the city, obviously, but now being able to represent my community, the municipal elected official. We're the closest to the people, we know the people, and now I get to bring that forward with obviously connections like this with Bell Media and CTV, bring the message out there, speak on behalf of the entire country about what we need as municipalities.
Well, it's such an amazing accomplishment. 84 years since someone in Ottawa has had this. Councillor Tim Tierney joins us. Congratulations, and we'll be watching you as you move forward in this new role, my friend.
Thanks a lot, Will. Appreciate it.
So great. All right, we still have much more to come on the show. Here on Your Morning Ottawa, she spent 10 days watching her husband orbit the moon in April. Yes, you know what we're talking about. We introduce you to Dr. Catherine Hansen to tell you about a mission of her own that's coming up shortly. She is sitting by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge, nice and cozy. Can't wait for that conversation coming up. Let's take a peek outside. Beautiful and sunshine-filled temperatures are going to be hot today, climbing all the way up to 30. Stay hydrated. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Dr. Catherine Hansen is here to talk about a very special mission of her own, even though not too long ago her husband spent 10 days on an exclusive mission really circumnavigating the moon. We have to welcome Dr. Catherine Hansen to the show. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Pleasure
Good morning.
to be here.
It's wonderful to have you on the show. We want to talk about your own personal mission as a gynecologist and obstetrician, but first I have to ask you, please let me know, express to us what it was like to see your husband, Jeremy Hansen, going up in the Artemis II and spending 10 days in outer space.
So for our family, this was both exciting and exhilarating, but also terrifying, of course.
Imagine.
So knowing that he had gone was, the longest business trip ever. But I think what was really impactful for our family was just how this has inspired the world, really, and specifically Canadians, and all that people can do when they get together and do hard things and collaborate. So our family continues to reflect on the teamwork and the way that that mission came together to pull humanity together and provide hope.
You had to do a little bit of traveling when he took off with the crew. You were in one part of the U.S., and then when he landed, you were in another part. Can you talk about the logistics there?
Absolutely. So we went over to Cape Canaveral. We did a 2-week quarantine, partly in Houston and partly in Florida. And then he launched from launch control at Cape Canaveral, so we were there for that. Very shortly thereafter, they did TLI, which is translunar injection, and we wanted to be available to watch that. And then we went back to Houston, and we spent some time in mission control watching lunar observations. And then when they had splashdown, I wanted to be right at mission control so that we could be available, to the team and just ensure he got home safely.
You are on a mission of your own, Dr. Hansen. Let's talk about that in women's health.
So there are 10 million Canadian women who are perimenopausal, menopausal, and we know that this has a constellation of complex symptoms. We know that it's not being managed as well as we would like, and so women are being held back. Many are thinking about leaving work. They're not thriving. They're not really feeling their best. And we at Ethica Health are really working hard to increase access and also that expertise around how to manage midlife women's health, both preventatively and progressively.
Catherine, some people might be wondering, why are they missing work? Why are they pulling away? What is it about midlife and menopause that prevents women from being at their very best?
Yeah, there are 35 validated symptoms around menopause. And so it's an extremely confusing time. Women start to get, brain fog, cognitive issues, hot flashes, night sweats, insomnia, all the things that they really don't understand what's happening because it can happen 10 years around the menopausal time frame. And when they go to their doctor, essentially they can often be dismissed, or even if the doctor knows how to help, there isn't a lot of time or a lot of expertise available.
And women here in Canada, can they see somebody specifically trained in menopause and women's health?
Absolutely. A lot of family physicians, a lot of nurse practitioners, a lot of OBGYNs are well versed in menopause care. And when women want to see those providers, they can do so. That is a really great way to go. But there are thousands on waiting lists currently for those systems. And that is what we're hoping to, until the system can catch up, we're hoping to be able to increase access for women.
Okay, when you do see women, when you have a patient and they are coming to you with symptoms and they're frustrated and even scared, what's the first thing that you say to them?
Yeah, and you said scared, and that's exactly what it is, because they don't know what's happening. And the first thing is always validation, helping women understand they're not alone and that what is happening to them can be helped, can be managed, and just to provide that sense of togetherness and that women are going through this. I think very often that is all that a woman needs, is to know that she can be understood, seen, and heard.
Okay. You said that this part in life, midlife, even menopausal time in a woman's life, is powerful.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So these women in midlife are reaching the pinnacle of their career. They're seasoned, they're experienced, they're the mentors and the people that are helping to bring along the next generation. And women reach that midlife really unapologetic, filters off. It's time. I want to get out there. I have only a certain amount of time left and I want to use it to full advantage. I want to be the best that I can be.
That is absolutely so empowering to hear you say that. How can women watching, women around the country, get more information on your work and where they can actually seek help if they need it?
Yeah, so in Canada, we have the Society of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of Canada, excellent menopause.ca. We have Menopause Foundation of Canada. We have Canadian Menopause Society. These are all really credible places. And of course, EfficaHealth.com is the organization that we are now bringing forward in Alberta and Ontario, soon British Columbia, and then across the country for, again, increased access to that expertise that women are lacking in some of these other systems currently. And we're lobbying government and insurance companies to ensure that women get the coverage they need. And then until the system catches up, we're there.
Dr. Catherine Hansen, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for all the work that you do for women's health. So important.
Such a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Will.
Great conversation. Thanks, Rosie. Well, to maximize savings on food, what if there was a shopping platform that could help families group their individual grocery orders to buy directly from local businesses? Local entrepreneur El Giborjiki created Twishcart to do exactly that, and they join us to tell us a little bit about this innovation. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So our whole topic this morning, what we're asking viewers is, how do you save a little bit of money on groceries? And so many people have different ideas. How did you come up with this solution?
The solution came up like 11 million families, parents like me in Ontario and Quebec. I was unemployed back in 2024 and have to feed my family as a single mother. So grocery inflation has risen up, and the moment that sparked this idea was one afternoon in an alley of a supermarket. I told my 3-year-old son that he couldn't have his favorite snack, and because the price had increased from the last visit. And that's when Twishcart was born, because I understood that the problem wasn't the pricing, but my purchasing power for that product. So that's why I created Twishcart, so that families that, mothers like me that go to food banks and cannot feed their family only on food banks will group their orders together, even the budget, in order to buy at wholesale prices directly from local vendors.
I think that's so amazing. You take a situation that you were dealing with your family and you go, I'm not the only one dealing with this. And we're gonna walk through how to do this here. And you know what, I trust you, okay? You seem very trustworthy, okay? We're gonna use this. This is my credit card. We're gonna fill this bad boy up, all right? You keep hold of that, I trust you. So walk me through the website here. How does this work if one wants to take part?
Okay, so very simple. You go on twishcart.com and then you select open pools, and remember, it is all timed. So the offers are changing every 2 days or 3 days. So for instance, we go to halal and then we select any product that we want to make sure we reach the $40 minimum of purchase. Let's say chicken. What do you want? Tell me, what is good for the dinner?
You know what? I love my chicken thighs. Toss in a couple of those, would you? Whoa, that's so many. Come on. I do have a budget. Come on.
So then we go, oh my goodness, 200.
I love that you're surprised about it. That's okay. We wanted it because we have to be over the $40 minimum, right?
Minimum,
okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
After that, you go for checkout. So what you should understand here, then you have to fill out. If you have an account, you sign in.
Okay.
If not, well.
Oh, don't worry. You don't actually have to put it in there. But you would go through, you'd put in all your information like you would if you were to.
Exactly.
If you do something
Exactly,
normally.
and then you confirm, and you choose your delivery location, and you get delivered at home.
I love that. What are some of the other things that you can get here? Because we chose halal, but there are so many other options to choose from.
So we have African product for all African community parents. So here, for example, here we have, they all know what is it all about. Then we have produce as well.
So many other things. There it is.
Yeah. So we have meat, we have bakery.
There's just so many different options to choose from based on what it is you're trying to provide for your family.
Exactly. And then you can also decide to shop by best deals, pool categories, exotic selection, organic selection too, if you want to. And then another good part is if you come to the opportunity, you don't find what you want here, you have the possibility to create your own personalized purchasing group with your friends and families. The only thing you go to create my own pool, and then you fill out the form. It can take up to 10 participants, and you all put in what you need, the list of things you need, your delivery, your address and the delivery location, your budget, and then Twishcard will do the same in 48 hours. You guys are delivered. We will match up your needs with the offers for our vendors, and we will negotiate good pricing for all of you. And yeah,
it's so amazing. I love what you've accomplished here. Like we stated earlier, taking a situation that you had and making sure that you can help families in need. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'll really appreciate your time, and I'm going to snag that back. Although, you know, I trust you. Go shop. No, you can't have it. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.
All right, so I got some shopping to do. Let's take a peek outside, shall we? Beautiful and sunny and toasty today as we climb up to 30 degrees. A couple minutes to 7:30. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Come on in. Just after 7:30, I'm Rosie Edda.
Halfway point in our show, I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb. And coming up in a few minutes, we are going to be talking with some comedians called Gabagoofs.
Gabagoofs.
You can't help but laugh when you say the word, like Gabagoofs. So we're going to learn more about the Canadian-Italian comedy show coming here to the Capitol and how you can get tickets.
And, you know, as an Italian, I love that we're having the Gabagoofs on the show. And I know we got a lot of Italian viewers as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that one.
Okay, looking forward to that, but we're going to get to today's top stories for you right now. O-Train Line 1 has returned to regular service with double car trains, and the head of OC Transpo calls this milestone significant. Rick Leary says there is still more work to do. Not all the axles have been replaced, and every 100,000 kilometers they need to be checked, and there is still no root cause, but he believes the system is more reliable. Rick Leary says the next step is getting set for the Eastern Extension to open. He says he's having meetings every day and is hoping to nail down that timeline as soon as possible. Some Orleans residents are urging the city to change its approach to how it deals with coyotes. This comes after a recent coyote attack on a 14-year-old boy in the Avalon area. Residents report coyotes can be seen at all times of the day, but mainly at night. In recent weeks, the city has posted no entry signage near the den and instructed residents to avoid the area. Residents' reactions are mixed whether this is enough.
I appreciate the coyotes have to have a place to live. There's so much construction going around, but I think humanely they could be removed from the area because there's so many schools around, there's kids out and about all over the place here.
Well, I think it's part of nature, and with all the wildlife around, like rabbits and turkeys, naturally going to attract them. So I think that people probably in the end, no matter what you do, you're probably going to have to live with them.
The vice president of the Greater Avalon Association says when the den was first located weeks ago, the city told her to expect the animals to move on by the end of June. The closure of the Strait of Hormuz is not only impacting oil prices, a global helium shortage is also putting pressure on some businesses right here in the capital. For some, helium prices have doubled or worse, and this is not the first time the supply of helium has taken a hit. It is the fifth in the past 20 years, the fourth coming when Russia launched its full-blown invasion of Ukraine back in February 2022. Osama Altawil runs the Balloon Lady Ottawa with his wife. He says his supplier gave him an early heads up, so he bought in bulk about 4 times his usual order.
We're like, yeah, of course, we want to stock up on the helium. So luckily we managed to get our hands on some helium tanks. And so far we have enough supply to cover, let's say, just the summer. And hopefully he still has more.
Industry advocates say these examples should serve as a wake-up call for political leaders to better promote domestic production. Saskatchewan seems to be listening as that province hopes to grow the sector to 10% of global production by 2030. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is appealing to Albertans to remain in Canada, all while pushing for federal policy changes to ease separatist sentiments.
Those who are choosing separation from Canada are not our enemies. Demonizing people who have lost hope in Canada is no way to restore it. Name-calling, fear-mongering, and ostracizing will only worsen and broaden the divide.
Poilievre also urged Alberta to work with other provinces rather than pull away from them. There is opposition to federal government's offer to lend millions of dollars to airlines.
The marketplace will drive airline behavior. This strategy of $150 million with strings attached is not going to be enough to drive the, airline behavior.
The federal government is offering loans of up to $150 million to help airlines with the rising cost of fuel. Airlines who take up the offer will have to meet conditions like limiting executive pay and keeping operations in Canada. WestJet has come out hard against the plan, calling it corporate charity. Air Canada says it can manage the situation by itself. Other airlines like Air Transat and Porter say they are reviewing the offer. A special ceremony here in downtown Ottawa was held for the swearing-in of Louise Arbour as Canada's 31st Governor General.
I want to thank Prime Minister Carney and His Majesty King Charles III for entrusting me with the opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
79-year-old Arbour is a former Supreme Court justice and international prosecutor. In her speech, she spoke of the importance of Canadians being able to peacefully coexist despite our differences. While the role is often seen as ceremonial, the office of the Governor General links the House of Commons to the Crown and is crucial to how Canada's democracy functions.
Ottawa's very own Jonathan David is set to star for Canada as it prepares to kick off its World Cup campaign Friday on home soil.
It's a bit mind-blowing when you think that he was walking around here at Hornets Nest one day and now he's on that stage.
Now playing for one of the biggest teams in Italy, the 26-year-old grew up learning from the game in Ottawa's East End.
Now he's one of the country's best hopes for World Cup glory.
Love stories like this coming out too. The hype has been so real, and I feel like we've been talking about this for so long, and then all of a sudden it's like around the corner. Now it's really around the corner.
It's literally days away now, which is so exciting. And of course, we've been keeping an eye on the forecast for it, being like, what's it going to look like in Toronto? Looking a little better in Toronto than it is here, but we could see some rain. Toronto seeing more sunshine, but it's going to be a hot one. Whew.
I'll take it.
Yes,
yeah, we will take the heat, Missy.
If you play soccer, you're probably used to playing in some heat, right?
Nothing some orange slices can't fix.
That's right. Gotta have those orange slices. Partly cloudy conditions this morning, sunny and hot this afternoon. And then this week is looking a little bit wet, but it will stay nice and warm with the exception of tomorrow. 16 degrees here in the city now, so we have warmed up even more. 18 in Montreal, 15 for Cornwall, 16 as well in Kingston this hour. So temperatures starting to climb temperature-wise. Still a little cloudy out there, but we will see lots of sunshine throughout your Tuesday. Mainly sunny skies into your afternoon and hot and sticky. It's tonight. We are expecting some scattered showers. It looks like after midnight is when we could start to see a bit of rain, risk of thunderstorms overnight as well. That will continue early tomorrow morning. Some spotty showers tomorrow morning, then into the afternoon. Could see some more thunderstorm activity on the way. 10 to 15 millimeters of rain, so quite wet and soggy as we head into tomorrow. As we head into Thursday morning, a little bit of a break from the rain. We will get to see some sunshine, but spotty showers possible Thursday afternoon and through your Friday afternoon, but then it will clear up in time for Saturday. Toronto, though, seeing a bit more sunshine than rain on Friday. If you are heading off to school today, your recess forecast gorgeous for us today. Sunshine this morning, temperatures already in the 20s for your morning recess. Then by this afternoon, that sunshine sticking around and temperatures reaching highs of 25 and 27 for afternoon. And then our daytime high, which is 30 degrees, sometime around 3-4 p.m. That's usually when we reach our daytime highs. Hot today will feel closer to 32 with that humidex, 30 in the valley, 26 for Trenton, 28 in Kingston for this afternoon, 30 degrees for Petawawa, Gatineau, 27 over in Mont-Tremblant. The warm weather will stick around, but not tomorrow. It will be a little bit cooler. 22 is the high. Again, all that rain on the way, 10 to 15 millimeters, risk of thunderstorms as well. Spotty showers Thursday and through Friday, but temperatures back into the 30s and a high of 28 on Saturday under a mix of sun and cloud.
Oh, we always need a little rain in the forecast. Get those lawns nice and green as we head into our summer months. All right, on your Tuesday morning commute, we got some updates for you. Collision eastbound at Fallowfield at Maryville, seeing some delays in that area. On your highways, eastbound on the 417, slowing down at Moody until Bronson. Heading west on the Queensway, seeing congestion approaching Greenbank as well as St. Laurent until about Nicholas. Westbound on the 174, seeing buildup between 10th Line and Montreal Road. Champlain Bridge experiencing some volume at this time, but all other bridges are moving quite well. Closures in the Riverside and Bank area causing some slowdowns on your Tuesday morning commute.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
Fabio and Jacob are local Ottawa comedians and actors who are celebrating Italian culture with the Gabagoof's Italian-Canadian comedy show to help kick off Ottawa Italian Week. And they join us this morning to tell us more what we could expect. Good morning to you both. Oh, a little sleepy today? I noticed you wore your robe for us. Trouble getting dressed?
I was really nervous about waking up, so I just dressed my outfit last night and slept in it.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. Tell us about the comedy show coming up.
So the Gabagoof's comedy show is it's going to take place at Absolute Comedy on Preston Street. It's a lineup of all Italian, Canadian comedians. Some are coming from Montreal, some are from Ottawa, and yeah, it should be a good time.
What can people expect from the show besides lots of laughs, of course?
Robes, chains.
Chains, a lot of, I don't know. People are expecting me to do Italian comedy, but sometimes I feel like a fraud Italian.
Why's that?
My name's Jacob. Like, it's really tough to...
You didn't get the Fabio.
Yeah, so he'll Italian it up at the end.
Yeah.
But, no, it'll be fun. It's going to be a lot of gatherings of, like, friends, family, people in the community, and, yeah, I'm a little stressed, but we're looking forward to it.
No, you're not stressed.
Yeah, I'm stressed.
You're a little stressed, you could tell, right?
Yeah.
Tell us how you guys met, because I love this little story.
We met on set of a film that was being shot in Ottawa called An Italian Christmas. Jacob played the lead role. I played his friend in the film, and then we became friends in real life.
I love that story. Yeah. And when did you think, like, hey, we should team up and do some comedy?
Yeah, we were cracking each other up on set.
Yeah.
Right? But I had seen Jacob around doing comedy, but I don't think we'd ever actually done a show together, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the dark. I'm not like a real comedian.
No.
Or actor. Yeah, like I literally.
You're a phony?
That's why I'm scared. Yeah, because I haven't really been getting on stage a lot.
Oh.
And I almost didn't even do this movie because I got the role and I was like, I'm not a real actor. I don't know if I want to do this. And then I really needed the money, so my roommates were like, "You're stupid." And then so I took it. They're like, "You're the only starving artist that doesn't want to eat." So here I am, and then I'm glad I did it. It was a lot of fun.
I saw him at the audition, and he was like, "I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this." And I was like, "You should do it."
A lot of imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing this Gabagoof show. It's good for the Italians, but also like we just really need the money. And yeah, I'm just stressed over ticket sales. That's really it.
And how are ticket sales going?
Well, we're sold out, but that's why I'm a little worried because like we're here to sell tickets. But we don't have any tickets to sell.
But
so they kind of put me in a bad spot.
We're having fun.
That's great.
Yeah, we're thinking of opening up 5 more tickets to the listeners or viewers.
That would be incredible.
So
just for our viewers? Just for them?
Yeah,
Do you have
or
that kind
anyone.
of pull?
But what's that?
Do you have that kind of pull?
I got we can
Look at the robe. He knows some people.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the chains were meaning you knew some people.
Dior, by the way.
Gold is not expensive. Is not cheap these days.
No.
Yeah.
No, this is actually from my nonna.
Oh, beautiful.
She's not gonna like any of the jokes.
No.
On Thursday night, but
they don't like the jokes.
No, my mom's proud of me. I don't know why, but she's very proud of me, and she's looking forward to
Mom's
it.
always
Is your mom going to be there?
She won't be there, no, but she is proud of me from a distance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll let her know how we'll text her. We'll let her know how it went.
We could live stream it.
Thank you both so much for joining us today. Where can people follow along? Because we are out of time.
Follow us on Instagram.
On Instagram at Fabio B. Ricci.
Yeah.
Or TikTok at Fabio B. Ricci.
And I'm at Jacob Racco, JACOB. Oh, there's our poster, yeah.
There's your poster, yeah, the Gabagoof's comedy show. So apparently tickets are sold out, but maybe head online. There might be a couple more
We'll free
available.
up 5 to 10 more tickets for the viewers.
They will have 5 to 10 more tickets available if you want to go. Look at this lineup. I mean, pretty incredible. Head online for more information and, of course, for those tickets. And coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, Statistics Canada released a report last month confirming Canada has entered a technical recession. How might this impact the Bank of Canada's interest rate decision this week? Frank Napolitano joins us next for our Mortgage Minute. He's standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Here's a live look for Centennial Glass Sky Cam this morning. A hot one ahead. 30 degrees is the high. We'll feel closer to 32. Good morning, Ottawa. It is 7:45.
Welcome back to Your Morning Ottawa. So the Bank of Canada is set to state their interest rate tomorrow. We're going to find out from Frank Napolitano from Mortgage Brokers Ottawa what that interest rate announcement will probably be and how it will affect your mortgage. Good morning to you,
Good
Frank.
morning.
Good morning
Good
to
morning.
you.
Yeah.
So, Frank, there's some interesting things floating around here in our Canadian economy. So just recently, economists stated that Canada is in technically in a recession.
Right.
First of all, what does that mean, and how will that possibly affect the Bank of Canada's rate announcement tomorrow?
Well, if anything, it'll keep Bank of Canada on the sidelines likely, because the job numbers that came out last Friday would suggest that we're in a healthy economy. I mean, we created 88,000 jobs, of which 154 of them were full-time jobs, which is incredible. Now, it's just caught up on the rest of the year, where the beginning of the year we lost that many full-time jobs. But at the end of the day, a technical recession's 2 negative GDP quarters now. Very, very slightly negative. So, I mean, it could have been neutral, 0.1 and 0.2, but still negative nonetheless. So, it should keep Bank of Canada on the sidelines right now. They got to look at things that are upcoming, like the CUSMA agreement that ends, the end of this month, and whether it's going to be extended, the trade agreement. And of course, we've got oil prices that are impacting inflation. So those are a couple of factors they're looking at. But it sounds like Bank of Canada is going to remain on the sidelines, which is good for anybody that has a variable or adjustable rate mortgage, because it allows them to maintain their payments the way they are. For anybody with a fixed rate mortgage or a mortgage coming up for renewal, it's a tough decision, because right now the spread between a 5-year fixed and a variable is about 1/2 to 3/4 of a point lower to take a variable or adjustable. If you think that fixed rates might come down, then the adjustable variable makes the most sense. But if you're really nervous about interest rates maybe going up, then you may have to look at the fixed rate. But anybody that's coming up for renewal from 5 years ago, they were sitting at 2%. Now they're having to renew at 4.25%. Big difference in payments. So, Frank, right now, Bank of Canada lending rate is at 2.25%. Tomorrow, they make the announcement around, 9:30, 10:30 in the morning. We'll find out whether or not they stick to that number. If they go up, I know that economists in general think that they're going to stick to that 2.25%. But if they go up and you're looking at refinancing your mortgage, do you think you should lean more toward a fixed rate just so that you can have that peace of mind? Or I think it depends on the person themselves. I think everybody loves to get nervous about the variable or adjustable rate because of what happened between 22 and 23 when inflation ran out of control and Bank of Canada had to interject and really aggressively raise rates. Where if you look back over the last 40 years, we don't see those trends to happen very often. Typically, Bank of Canada has 8 announcements per year. Usually on most years, 1 or 2 of them have either an increase or a decrease. So generally speaking, the Bank of Canada keeps their prime rate pretty steady unless circumstances force them to do something different. All right, well, watch out for that interest rate announcement tomorrow by the Bank of Canada. Frank Napolitano, always great chatting numbers with you. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Melissa.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, Canadian country star Tim Hicks is bringing his latest tour to town. He joins us to tell us all about it. Plus, we get a sneak peek of his new music video.
Welcome back, everybody. It is milestone celebration time for this Tuesday, June 9th. Our first one of the day. Happy 2nd birthday to Theodore. Lots of love from Mommy, Daddy, your sister Rhea, and puppies, Harper and Apollo, plus all of your extended family. Love that you got the pups involved there. Double digits, happy 10th birthday to Olivia. We are so proud of you. Love from Mom and Dad. We got a happy 9th birthday to Paul. Hope you have an awesome day. And here, we say that too. We got a happy 11th birthday to Kala. Love from Mom, Dad, Finnan, and Lane. If you got a milestone, celebrate it with us here at Your Morning Ottawa. Send us those birthday announcements for kids turning 13 or under. under, 100 years or more, or wedding anniversary celebrating 50 years or more with a little info about how you got there. Email us ottawa.milestones@ctv.ca and we will share that throughout the morning. Let's take a peek through our sky cam. A gorgeous day. Today's daytime high 30 sunshines. For now, umbrellas necessary in the future. Enjoy it while it's here. We'll be right back with your news headlines.
It's Tuesday, June 9th.
We want to be there for our customers. We want to prove that we have the capacity and the reliability is there. We want to bring people back.
Double car service resumes on line 1 of the O train, but riders are not convinced full service will last.
The owner of the Ottawa Senators is part of a bid to buy the Fairmont Chateau Montebello, the latest on the future of that historic hotel.
The opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
And Canada has a new Governor General. Louise Arbour is installed as Canada's 31st representative of the monarch in a special ceremony on Monday. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good morning to you just after 8 o'clock. Come on in. We're glad you can start your day with us. I'm Rosie Edda.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb. And are you ready to learn how to pose?
I think that I'm ready, and then I'm also nervous that I'm going to get cues like that's not how you pose because I feel confident in my pose. But I feel like we're going to get some tips as ahead of our grad week.
Do you have a side? A left or right?
I'm a left side. I do like a little Zoolander action.
Oh, there we go.
Or do you think I'd be too stupid to know what you googly was? I know that's not exactly what we're talking about today, but
you had to.
In there.
We're talking about showing your great face as we're taking care of grad week all week, and we got to take care of the pictures. So that is coming up, and we'll make sure that you get the good Zoolander side.
I'll be working on it until we get to that point.
Looking good. All right, we're going to take a look right now at your top stories. O Train Line 1 has returned to regular service with double car trains, and the head of OC Transpo calls this milestone significant.
They started doing a little better when it came to installation, doing some of the work. The materials showed up, and then they made the decision that they could get it in a week earlier, and so they let us know. You know, I would tell you at any time is the right time to put the double cars back. You know, we want to be there for our customers. We want to prove that we have the capacity and the reliability is there. We want to bring people back, commit to taking public transit here on.
Rick Leary says there is still more work to do. Not all the axles have been replaced, and every 100,000 kilometers they need to be checked, and there is still no root cause, but he believes the system is more reliable. Rick Leary says the next step is getting set for the Eastern Extension to open. He says he's having meetings every day and is hoping to nail down that timeline as soon as possible. Some Orleans residents are urging the city to change its approach to how it deals with coyotes. This comes after a recent coyote attack on a 14-year-old boy in the Avalon area. Residents report coyotes can be seen at all times of the day, but mainly at night. In recent weeks, the city has posted no entry signage near the den and instructed residents to avoid the area. Residents' reactions are mixed whether this is enough.
I appreciate the coyotes have to have a place to live. There's so much construction going around, but I think humanely they could be removed from the area because there's so many schools around, there's kids out and about all over the place here.
Well, I think it's part of nature, and with all the wildlife around like rabbits and turkeys, naturally going to attract them. So I think that people probably in the end, no matter what you do, you're probably going to have to live with them.
The vice president of the Greater Avalon Association says when the den was first located weeks ago, the city told her to expect the animals to move on by the end of June. The closure of the Strait of Hormuz is not only impacting oil prices, a global helium shortage is also putting pressure on some businesses right here in the capital. For some, helium prices have doubled or worse, and this is not the first time the supply of helium has taken a hit. It's the fifth in the past 20 years, the fourth coming when Russia launched its full-blown invasion of Ukraine back in February 2022. Osama Altawil runs the Balloon Lady Ottawa with his wife. He says his supplier gave him an early heads up, so he bought in bulk about 4 times his usual order.
We're like, yeah, of course, we want to stock up on the helium. So luckily we managed to get our hands on some helium tanks. And so far we have enough supply to cover, let's say, just the summer. And hopefully he still has more.
Industry advocates say these examples should serve as a wake-up call for political leaders to better promote domestic production. Saskatchewan seems to be listening as that province hopes to grow the sector to 10% of global production by 2030. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is appealing to Albertans to remain in Canada, all while pushing for federal policy changes to ease separatist sentiments.
Those who are choosing separation from Canada are not our enemies. Demonizing people who have lost hope in Canada is no way to restore it. Name-calling, fear-mongering, and ostracizing will only worsen and broaden the divide.
Poilievre also urged Alberta to work with other provinces rather than pull away from them. There is opposition to the federal government's offer to lend millions of dollars to airlines.
The marketplace will drive airline behavior. This strategy of $150 million with strings attached is not going to be enough to drive the, airline behavior.
The federal government is offering loans of up to $150 million to help airlines with the rising cost of fuel. Airlines who take up the offer will have to meet conditions like limiting executive pay and keeping operations in Canada. WestJet has come out hard against the plan, calling it corporate charity. Air Canada says it can manage the situation by itself. Other airlines like Air Transat and Porter say they are reviewing the offer. A special ceremony here in downtown Ottawa was held for the swearing-in of Louise Arbour as Canada's 31st Governor General.
I want to thank Prime Minister Carney and His Majesty King Charles III for entrusting me with the opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
79-year-old Arbour is a former Supreme Court justice and international prosecutor. In her speech, she spoke of the importance of Canadians being able to peacefully coexist despite our differences. While the role is often seen as ceremonial, the office of the Governor General links the House of Commons to the Crown and is crucial to how Canada's democracy functions.
Soccer fans from around the world have set a new around-the-world record.
You have a total around the world of 511. It's a Guinness World Records title. Congratulations.
All right, so you may know the game Around the World involves juggling a soccer ball with your feet. This record saw 511 simultaneously doing it at more than 50 different locations around Canada, Mexico, Brazil, the UK, and the US.
511 breaks the previous record of 459 people. Organizers were also using this event as an opportunity to bring attention to the effects climate change are having on the sport.
Look at this. Can you juggle a soccer ball? I'm terrible at it, I'll be honest.
I'm okay at it.
Yeah.
Like, definitely not when you see the pros or whoever can do it, like just the confidence where they could just like go forever. What a organized event though. Like, think about all the things you have to do to make sure all those people are involved at the same time, and you got to pick some good jugglers as well.
The facilitating of that as well, incredible. Well, it's a good day to get outside and maybe juggle a little soccer ball. It's going to be hot though, so make sure you have your water handy and lather on that sunscreen because temperatures today scorching. 30 degrees is the high, so way above seasonal by almost 7 or 8 degrees. The sun setting tonight at 8:49 p.m. Temps right now continuing to climb. We're already sitting at 20 degrees. I love to see it. 8 o'clock in the morning, already sitting at 20, just to go to show you how hot it will be later on this afternoon. 19 in Montreal, 18 for Cornwall, 19 now in Brockville, so just warming up across the region. We saw a few clouds this morning. Now those clouds have shifted through. We're seeing mainly sunny skies out there, and that's what we will see throughout the day ahead. So much sunshine, hot into the afternoon. Tonight, though, different story. We are expecting some rain overnight tonight. It looks like around midnight is when we could start to see a few scattered showers. Could see some thunderstorms overnight. Early tomorrow morning, some scattered showers, and then thunderstorm activity into the afternoon as well. 10 to 15 millimeters of rain into Wednesday. It should clear up a little bit for Thursday, Friday, but still some spotty showers possible to end off the work week. The weekend is looking nice and clear on Saturday. Temperatures today really hot and sticky across the region. 30 degrees for us here in the city. Will feel closer to 32 with that humidex. The UV index is high today, sitting at 8, so definitely a day you need your sunscreen. Of course, lots of water as well, as it will be hot and sticky this afternoon. Across the region, 28 for Kingston, 26 in Trenton, 28 as well in Bancroft for today, 29 over in Kitigan, Zibi, as well as in Montreal. Over the next 7 days, tomorrow we're getting a bit of a break from the heat, but it will be wet, 10 to 15 millimeters of rain. 22 degrees is the high, so a little bit below seasonal, but more normal for this time of the year. As we head into Thursday, Friday, though, hot weather is back. 31 degrees is the high. Mix of sun and cloud. Chance of those spotty showers to end off the work week. To start off your weekend, sunshine and a high of 28. On your roads this morning, traffic is slow. We have lots of slowdowns. Richmond, Pinecrest, you can see the bumper-to-bumper traffic, which continues in through Woodruff. We do have a collision eastbound Fallowfield at Maryville. On the highways, eastbound 417 is heavy from Moody and through Bronson, heading west on the Queensway. It is congested approaching Greenbank as well as Hunt Club and Nicholas. Westbound on the 174, we're seeing buildup between 10th Line and Montreal Road, and the Champlain Bridge experiencing some volume. All your other bridges are moving well this hour. We also have closures in Riverside and Bank area that is causing some slowdowns. Will.
Thank you, Melissa. Well, knowing your angles makes or breaks a good photo. We show you how to strike a pose for Grad Week, and this is very important. Some good tips coming up. And I have been called in, so we'll see if I got what it takes. Let's take a big outside, shall we? Centennial Glass Skycam showing that beautiful sunshine for now with the heat on the way. Stay with us, 8:12 on your Tuesday. We'll be right back.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Find your wild. More Bronco sports, more ways to roam this summer.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe.
Where foodies love their sweets.
And markets bursting with flavor.
Wrapped up in waterways.
And hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
meets the past.
Where people come together.
Always proud.
Often loud. Whee!
And positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
Graduation photo shoots have been all the hype, and whether with friends or solo, they have gained popularity. Here to help us get all the right angles, we are joined by Ziggy Mercy. She is a posing coach and model. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am so good, and I can't wait for you to teach us how to pose.
Exciting.
First of all, tell us a little bit about your background.
Hi, so my name is Ziggy Mercy, like she said, and I'm a model and a posing coach. I started posing due to I was never signed by an agency, and then I was pushed to learn how to do everything by myself. So I taught myself how to pose, how to take pictures, and over time I got better. And people were like, you should start teaching.
I love that.
And a lady from, she's a runway coach from Toronto. She told me, come to Toronto and teach a posing class for the first time.
Amazing.
And it was very successful. It went great. And from there, I just like, oh, I love doing this. And then I continued teaching and helping people how to pose.
Okay, so what's the first step in teaching someone how to pose?
The first thing is the mindset. I feel like the moment you say, I don't know how to pose, it's going to block you right away. The moment you say, oh, this doesn't look good on me, it's going to block you. So it starts with confidence, and do not doubt yourself.
And we all know posing is so important when it comes to a photo. We've seen those bad photos, and then you see the good photo, and you're like, what did I do differently in this one?
Yeah. So it's really about like knowing your angles and know like which profile looks good. Do I look good when I look there? Do I look good when I look there? So it's really about, like, I would say, learning your body and understanding your body. What looks good on you won't look good on me.
Right. We all have a side, right?
Yeah,
Left
exactly.
or right, and we all know which side we are. We're going to call on Will, and you have your work cut out for you because you have to teach us how to do some posing here today.
Let's do it. Look at my moto. My moto's here.
He's our Zoolander, if you haven't noticed. He already has the look down.
Yeah, I do.
All right, what's the first step we would need to do?
So like I said, first thing is confidence. You need to stand tall and strong.
Yeah.
And then after that, you just go, you're just gonna do small adjustments. So you just turn like this, turn like that, and just use your hands to really touch your body. So different parts of your body. For guys, it's different. Of course, you can like put your hands in the pocket. You can touch your suit. You can show off your hair. So it's really about just doing like little turns like this and just use your hands to touch your body, and then you look
Are
there,
there
you look
no-nos when it comes to posing? Like, are there certain things that just don't look good on anybody?
I feel like everything looks good if you do it with confidence. If you doubt yourself, you're gonna be like, is this good on me? But like, as long as you do it with confidence, it's gonna look good.
Okay, I've done a few photo shoots where they're always like, get your neck out, and you feel like you're just sticking it out there.
But like that's, for example, the neck out, it could be like this. You see that? So it's really about doing it with confidence.
Not like this.
Yeah, don't like
This is a no-no, right?
Yeah, so make sure, that's what I said, you need to stand tall. That's the first thing, and then really just make sure your neck is really long. And then you look there, Exactly, there you go. Perfect. So really about like standing tall and doing every pose with confidence, without doubt.
Okay. Are there some great classic poses that kind of work for everybody?
I mean, the hands on the hips, everybody does that. But it's really about like just your hips, you really have to exaggerate them like this. And then you can put your hands on your shoulders. Same thing, if you see, I'm not standing, when you stand flat, it looks bad on camera. So you really need to have like,
move your body.
Move your body.
Angles.
Have angles, exactly. So don't stand flat in your photos. There we go. They're doing great.
We know that'll be saved.
Right, literally. You did it with confidence. That's why it looked good. It looked good. It looked good.
Can't be afraid to look a little silly, right? That's all part of it.
What about a sultry pose, if you kind of want that serious pose? Any tips for us to learn how to do that properly?
Make sure your face is strong, jawline. Okay, actually, let me give you a trick. You use your tongue and you put it on top of the roof.
Okay.
And then you just like,
when that kind of pierces the lips a little bit, right?
Yeah, you just have to, but don't
duck
Yeah,
faces.
exactly. So no, just really like relax them, and then it's gonna really make your face like, there we go. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Sorry. You needed that coffee right away, right?
There we go.
Don't make me.
So yeah, that's like the trick. Really just like, because if you see a difference like this, and then
well, sometimes I get the little turkey neck, I call it, when you get the little woo.
The little woo.
You don't want that. So you gotta like elongate
Exactly.
it.
So
this is what happens when you age, friends. You guys don't have to worry about that quite yet, but you will.
Yeah.
Now you know.
I'll just stay like this forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And how can people find you if they would love some help posing?
So you can find me on my Instagram. It's ZEEGGY_MERCY. And then when you go in the link, there's also a booking website. And then you can also DM me if you need help with like posing on site for your photo shoots, a private consultation, or even if you want to just take a posing class in general, I can help you out. Just send me a DM.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're
We're going to pose
welcome.
ourselves to break here today. We do happy.
Personality.
Fake laugh.
No, serious.
Oh yeah, sorry. Welcome back, everybody. One of Canadian country music's most established voices, Tim Hicks, is bringing his Going Somewhere tour right here to the nation's capital. Oh yeah, now we're moving on to Tuesday. Hicks is known for his signature mix of country storytelling and that classic rock energy. He has earned more than 220 million streams, 18 top 10 country radio hits, and continues to connect with audience with songs that are built for the road. And luckily, guess what? Tim joins us this morning. Good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I was practicing my my posing as you guys were doing that there. That was pretty fun.
Okay, before we get into it, give me your best, you are a storyteller, give me your best serious pose if you had to. Oh, yeah, you're getting a double thumbs up from Melissa, my co-host. 10 out of 10, you know what? You saw it here first. Tim Hicks goes from national country star towards Zoolander model. What do you think? A good fit,
Oh, my
I think.
God. Someone call my wife and tell her.
We'll get her on speed dial for you. Tim, really great to have you on the show this morning. Tell me about this new tour, because it sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, we just released a record, and the record's called Going Somewhere, and we have a song called Going Somewhere, so we just thought we'd just put all our eggs in that basket. So we're calling this baby the Going Somewhere Tour. We're out across Canada with the Martin Boys, which has been a whole lot of fun. A couple of real positive young fellas there, up and coming in the Canadian scene, and yeah, we're just excited to get back on the horse here. We're starting our second leg, so we're going to start in London, Ontario, make our way east, and we're coming to see you guys at the Bronson Centre on the 14th, which is a Sunday.
We cannot wait. You know, so much success up to this point. Tim, what do you love about when you have some new music on the go and then you get to go play it live? What's that feeling like for you?
I still live for that 90 minutes. I really do. Like, I come from a live music background. I cut my teeth in and around the Ottawa area, actually. We used to play at the Crazy Horse a lot before I had a record deal. And I still love it. I love the show. I love filling spaces with loud music with my friends. And I think that comes through, to people that are watching. And that was something I learned very early on when I was just a little guy, was that if you're having fun, everyone else is having fun with you.
That's such a great theme to have, especially when you come to your shows. You know that you're having fun. We've seen the footage. I've been to a couple of your concerts. Yeah. It is just a fun time. When you think about the way that you write your songs, they're really impactful and it can connect with audiences so easily. What is it about the way that you tell stories through your lyrics?
I don't know. I mean, in full disclosure, I rely on outside songs as well. That's songs that I don't write. So there's lots of them that I've written and lots of them that I found elsewhere. And I don't, I'm 13, 14 years into a career at the national level, and I don't want to think about it too much. I'm having too much fun to analyze it. But I think that, because I'm just a regular guy, that might be identifiable for people. And the fact that we did come up, sort of organically through the bar scene, I think really comes across in the show, and that translates to the writing. Also, when I'm writing songs, I'm thinking about the show and how these songs, whatever song I'm working on, like how does it fit into the set, and why am I writing it if it doesn't? Everything to me is a conduit to get people in a seat to come see us play live.
And you can tell, too. You can tell because when you're performing those songs live, you can tell that there was an aspect that you created that for a live audience. Tell us a little bit of some details about what we can expect if people come to your Ottawa show.
Well, we're not used to playing such classy places, so I'm hoping that they ask us back at the Bronson Centre. But it's a high-energy show. I would also say this. It's the most dynamic set we put together. And what I mean by that is we're going to take you on a little bit of a ride. We're going to play some stuff we've never played before. We're going to play all the hits and some stuff from the new record as well. So it's a fun set to play, and I think that it's a fun set to listen to too. So grab some tickets if you haven't already, and we'll see you at the Bronson Centre on the 14th.
Oh, I love it. So appreciate your time. Before we let you go, though, especially for the wife at home, give us your best Zoolander Le Tigre. Oh, yeah. We will send her a mix of this to make sure she has it. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you in a little bit, Tim.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, so great. And if you want to catch that show, a reminder, he's coming right here to the nation's capital at the Bronson Centre. And as you heard from there, you don't want to miss that show. Still to come, we head upstairs to our Capital Barbecue patio to meet Ottawa's newest true wood-fire barbecue restaurant. Doesn't that sound good? We got the owner joining us, and man, does that look good and smell good as well. Let's take a peek outside, shall we? Sun is shining, the perfect day to fire up a barbecue. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Rosie, and
happy Tuesday, friends. I'm Willow Yellow.
I'm Alyssa Lamb, and are you ready for some delicious food?
I am, because on Friday when I was at Chio for the CFRA Thank You Chio breakfast,
you missed it.
I could smell it. I could smell the aroma from the hospital about those ribs that were being made. I ain't missing it today.
Yeah, we have true wood-fired barbecue coming up. So there's a new restaurant that will be opening up very soon. We're going to get the details, and we're going to be barbecuing up some delicious eats.
Perfect time, 8:30. The timing, there you go. We get
Exactly.
hungry around this time, so you'll get some perfect eats. That is coming up shortly, but right now we're going to take a look at today's top stories. O-Train Line 1 has returned to regular service with double car trains, and the head of OC Transpo calls this milestone significant.
They started doing a little better when it came to installation, doing some of the work. The materials showed up, and then they made the decision that they could get it in a week earlier, and so they let us know. You know, I would tell you at any time is the right time to put the double cars back. You know, we want to be there for our customers. We want to prove that we have the capacity and the reliability is there. We want to bring people back, commit to taking public transit here on.
Rick Leary says there is still more work to do. Not all the axles have been replaced, and every 100,000 kilometers they need to be checked, and there is still no root cause. But he believes the system is more reliable. Rick Leary says the next step is getting set for the eastern extension to open. He says he's having meetings every day and is hoping to nail down that timeline as soon as possible. Some Orleans residents are urging the city to change its approach to how it deals with coyotes. This comes after a recent coyote attack on a 14-year-old boy in the Avalon area. Residents report coyotes can be seen at all times of the day, but mainly at night. In recent weeks, the city has posted no entry signage near the den and instructed residents to avoid the area. Residents' reactions are mixed whether this is enough.
I appreciate the coyotes have to have a place to live. There's so much construction going around, but I think humanely they could be removed from the area because there's so many schools around, there's kids out and about all over the place here.
Well, I think it's part of nature, and with all the wildlife around, like rabbits and turkeys, naturally going to attract them. So I think that people probably in the end, no matter what you do, you're probably going to have to live with them.
The vice president of the Greater Avalon Association says when the den was first located weeks ago, the city told her to expect the animals to move on by the end of June. The closure of the Strait of Hormuz is not only impacting oil prices, a global helium shortage is also putting pressure on some businesses right here in the capital. For some, helium prices have doubled or worse, and this is not the first time the supply of helium has taken a hit. It is the fifth in the past 20 years, the fourth coming when Russia launched its full-blown invasion of Ukraine back in February 2022. Osama Altawil runs the Balloon Lady Ottawa with his wife. He says his supplier gave him an early heads up, so he bought in bulk, about 4 times his usual order.
We're like, yeah, of course, we want to stock up on the helium. So luckily, we managed to get our hands on some helium tanks. And so far, we have enough supply to cover, let's say, just the summer. And hopefully, he still has more.
Industry advocates say these examples should serve as a wake-up call for political leaders to better promote domestic production. Saskatchewan seems to be listening as that province hopes to grow the sector to 10% of global production by 2030. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is appealing to Albertans to remain in Canada, all while pushing for federal policy changes to ease separatist sentiments.
Those who are choosing separation from Canada are not our enemies. Demonizing people who have lost hope in Canada is no way to restore it. Name-calling, fear-mongering, and ostracizing will only worsen and broaden the divide.
Poilievre also urged Alberta to work with other provinces rather than pull away from them. There is opposition to the federal government's offer to lend millions of dollars to airlines.
The marketplace will drive airline behavior. This strategy of $150 million with strings attached is not going to be enough to drive the, airline behavior.
The federal government is offering loans of up to $150 million to help airlines with the rising cost of fuel. Airlines who take up the offer will have to meet conditions like limiting executive pay and keeping operations in Canada. WestJet has come out hard against the plan, calling it corporate charity. Air Canada says it can manage the situation by itself. Other airlines like Air Transat and Porter say they are reviewing the offer. A special ceremony here in downtown Ottawa was held for the swearing-in of Louise Arbour as Canada's 31st Governor General.
I want to thank Prime Minister Carney and His Majesty King Charles III for entrusting me with the opportunity to serve another great Canadian institution in this new role over the coming years.
79-year-old Arbour is a former Supreme Court justice and international prosecutor. In her speech, she spoke of the importance of Canadians being able to peacefully coexist despite our differences. While the role is often seen as ceremonial, the office of the Governor General links the House of Commons to the Crown and is crucial to how Canada's democracy functions.
Seattle has come up with a uniquely Seattle setting to celebrate the World Cup.
What we hope it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for people to be with their friends and their family and look at each other and go, are we really on a barge? Like, are we really watching the World Cup floating?
Cities are getting creative here. One of 52 mini pitches set up in Washington state is on a barge, which is floating in the city's harbor.
Any players on board just need to be careful because no one will want to go out diving for an out-of-play ball, unless maybe they get a little toasty. But I love when cities come up with ideas like this because it's so unique. You know that everyone's going to want to jump on board, and just what a fun idea.
Just the fever pitch is just right to almost just to the maximum here. I mean, everybody's on board. Of course, all the cities that are hosting the World Cup. It's very exciting stuff, no doubt about it.
It's so great. I know. I can't believe we're already right there. And Melissa, it's probably a wonderful day to go kick the soccer balls. Just make sure we're staying hydrated. Oh, yeah, taking in those rays, baby.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me? I'm just living the dream out here, soaking in the rays, smelling the barbecue. Can you smell it down there?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, I got a hint of steak spice. I don't even know if that's on the menu.
Tacos and chicken wings. Get ready for some grub. Very, very delicious foods coming up in a few minutes. But yes, I guess I'll let you know the forecast because it is beautiful outside to start off your Tuesday morning. Sitting at 20 degrees already. And I can tell you from being out here for the last couple of minutes, it is hot already to start off your morning. Does feel closer to 24 this hour. So it is a hot and sticky start to your day. And temperatures just continuing to climb this morning. Right now, nice and clear. There are hardly any clouds in sight. I don't see any clouds at all right now in the Byward Market. So strong sunshine in through the day ahead, and we will see that into the afternoon. Tonight is when we could start to see a few scattered showers, risk of thunderstorms overnight as well. And then that will continue into your day tomorrow. So spotty showers into your Wednesday, risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. We could see upwards of 10 to 15 millimeters of rain tomorrow. So a bit of a soggy day into your Wednesday. Make sure you're getting outside and enjoying the sunshine in through your afternoon. Temperatures today climbing all the way to a high of 30 degrees for us here in Ottawa. There will be a humidex, so we'll feel closer to 32 with that humidity for us here in the forecast, and temperatures really similar throughout the region in those high 20s to 30 degrees for us here in the city. Same within Gatineau into the afternoon. The UV index today also high, sitting at 8 later on this afternoon. So make sure you're lathering on that sunscreen and drinking plenty of water because it will be a hot one in through the day ahead. Temperatures over the next 7 days really warm today. 30 is the daytime high, 20 is the overnight low. As we head into tomorrow, that's when temperatures will shift slightly. 22 degrees is the high. Again, spotty showers, risk of thunderstorms, 10 to 15 millimeters of rain into your day tomorrow. But don't worry, the warm weather is back as we head into Thursday and Friday. Temperatures climbing back into the 30s. Could see a few scattered showers, but then as we head into the weekend, sunshine on Saturday. Here's a look at your drive-in. Unfortunately, we're still seeing some volume out there on the roads this morning. The collision on eastbound Fallowfield at Maryville has been cleared, but we do have a new one northbound on Fisher near Creer Drive. Highways eastbound on the 417 slowing down Moody and through Bronson, heading west in the Queensway. Congestion from Greenbank in through Hung Club and on Nicholas. Westbound on the 174 build up 10th line in through Montreal Road. The Champlain Bridge, we're also seeing volume. All other bridges are moving well. Closures in the Riverside and Bank area as well. Well, Ottawa's newest true wood-fire barbecue restaurant is opening on Beechwood June 19th, and we are so lucky because Chris Villeneuve is the owner and pitmaster of Junior and the Kid, and he is joining us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh my goodness, we are so good, especially with the scent of barbecue filling the air and the beautiful sunshine. I mean, it doesn't get better than this.
This is amazing.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant that will be opening June 19th.
Yeah, so we're making the move into Beechwood. We're excited to be back in Ottawa. That's where we grew our business.
I love it.
And I love the Beechwood neighborhood. It's beautiful. Some great restaurants out there. So yeah, we're opening next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool. We have a 1,000-gallon all wood fire smoker made by Lewis Manufacturing in Alberta. And we're bringing everything from brisket to ribs to jerk chicken, tacos, and everything in between.
Oh my goodness, absolutely spectacular. Tell us a little bit about how you got your start in barbecue.
It started off with just farmers markets. So I just wanted to I was always there on the weekends anyway, and just kind of started making barbecue sauces. And then things kind of grew from there. We started asking, someone asked one day, do you cater? And I can figure that out, you know?
Why not?
And we just kind of kept growing, and as it's kind of evolved, and now we have a brick and mortar.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, Will and I are chilling on the Capitol Barbecue patio because we are getting ready for a little taste test. Tell us what you're cooking up here today.
So we have a couple different things. I mean, it's beautiful, it's summertime, right? So going with some fresh stuff, right? So we've got some chicken wings here. So these are smoked and grilled. So we smoked them first on our smoker, and now we just finished them on the grill here with some sauce. So
That's like double love.
Right? Right?
Yes.
So we have two different sauces available for you guys today. So we have maple bourbon, so that's on the sweeter profile.
Perfect.
And then pineapple habanero, if you like a little bit of spice.
A little bit of kick in
there.
it. I certainly do.
Will likes the kick. I like the sweet and savory.
All right. And then we're also making some tacos. So we have a pulled brisket taco, and we also have a pulled pork taco.
Oh my goodness, how do you choose between the two?
You just have both.
Okay, yeah, I do it. Okay, so let's move over to the food so we can do a little taste test, shall we?
Are you available to move in at any time?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
We would like you to make a home here on our Capitol Barbecue.
So,
okay.
So Melissa, stay away from these. These are our pineapple habanero.
Those are for Will. All right, Will, should we do a little taste test? While we're munching away, tell us what it means to be wood-fired. All right, we're going to do a little cheersies.
Oh, we'll have to, yeah.
There you go.
Cheersies. What does it mean to be a wood-fired?
So what that means is our smoker is 100% wood. So we source local maple from, we're lucky, it's readily available in the area, and so we're 100% wood fire.
You just devoured that in one bite.
He's a pro.
I am
I love chicken wings.
Apparently.
And these are going to be gone by the end of the show.
Perfect.
How is the heat for you?
So good. What I love most about it, as soon as you take the bite, you feel the heat.
Yeah.
And now it's just stayed there for this current time. I'm a huge fan.
I appreciate
that sauce again? What is
Pineapple habanero.
Pineapple habanero.
I love that. It just falls off the bone.
And all of our sauces are all made in-house as well. We make all of our stuff in-house from scratch.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What are some of the other sauces you have? Ooh.
So the maple bourbon, that was our original sauce, our blueberry stout. So we use local stout from different breweries. We have our solar roasted coffee. So we use, again, we try to use local businesses in collaboration as much as we can. So we use solar roasted coffee out of Clayton, Ontario. And then our pineapple habanero and our chipotle peach.
Which is the one that you tried.
Yeah. And that's the perfect amount of heat. It's not too much, but it's enough to give you a little, hey, how are you?
They're really cleared that chicken wing.
Oh, it's all gone.
Just a little bone. Okay, should we try the tacos?
Sure.
Wait, are they both spicy or are they one sweet?
So this one has our cowboy mayo, the beef taco.
Ooh.
So it's got some roasted jalapenos in there.
I'll take that one.
So it's a bit spicier.
This is our pulled pork sauce. That'll be on the sweeter side.
On the sweeter, okay.
And again, it's a corn tortilla made from Tortilla Maker in Orleans.
We know them well.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a little lime zest. He's not even going for the little lime zest. Like, he's just going right in for the bite.
The impressive part is he's keeping the soup clean.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
That's a pro.
That is true.
I learned years ago about the butt out method when you're doing live barbecue segments on TV. And I don't know how wide the camera shot is, but you'll see that I'm a little tucked back there just to protect the soup. It doesn't always work, but it's pretty
You learn something new every day, right? Now you know how to pose and eat on camera. It's something that may come in handy. And how can people find you? Because you're still going to do catering around the area, right?
Yeah, we're still all over the place, so we're available for catering bookings. We're also, we never left our farmers markets, so you can find us at the Orleans and the Navan farmers markets. And again, pop-ups, those people looking to collaborate too, which is one of our favorite things.
Okay,
right?
you love to do that. Oh my God, I'm going to talk with my mouth full because this is absolutely delicious. Will again has officially devoured it. JuniorTheKid.com is where to reach you.
Correct, yeah.
And June 19th is the new restaurant.
June 19th is a new restaurant.
Circle the date on your calendar, and thank you so much for joining us here today in our Capital
Thanks for
Barbecue.
having me.
We really love having you.
Appreciate it.
And if you have an idea for us in our kitchen or maybe on our patio, let us know. We would love to hear from you. Send us an email, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. Here's a live look at our Centennial Glass Sky Cam this morning. Hot and sticky to start off your day. A high of 30 this afternoon. We'll feel closer to 32 with the Humidex.
Oh, do we have a treat for you today? Over the last maybe 30 minutes or so, you might have been hearing something. Do I hear a little bit of music at the studio? Sherry Harding and the whole crew, some of the crew is here this morning to talk about their performance coming up, and we will get a sneak peek of that. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Nice to see you, Will.
It's so great to have you, and I love that because on our Tuesday, we've been just hearing the beautiful music portrayed over the last little while. Tell us a little bit about the show that's coming up.
June 16th at the National Arts Center. We've got a 14-piece band with horn, like 4-piece horn section, three backup vocalists. It's just going to be a great show. We're really looking forward to it. We're premiering the new record, Storyland, and we're really looking forward to it.
I have to ask you because, you know, usually in a band you might have 1, 3, 4 members. 14 people all together. How do you go about rehearsing, making sure everyone's all situated perfectly? How does that happen?
Well, number one, you hire the best people.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So then it makes my job a lot easier. But and sometimes it's hurting cats, a lot of scheduling difficulties. The people that are on the show are very well known around Ottawa, very busy musicians, so that's a little tricky, but I have full confidence it's going to be great.
I love that, and clearly I've seen your reactions. You guys all love to work with each other. We're going to get a little sneak peek today. What are you guys going to be performing for us?
A song called Rainy Day.
Rainy Day? Okay, you know what? Enough of me blabbing it away. I'll let you take it away, and let's provide our viewers with that beautiful sound.
Thanks, Will.
Can't keep my head above water, can't keep the wolf from the door. You used to think I could get by, not so much anymore. No matter how much I make, it's not enough. Prices are rising, times are tough. And you know I've been hiding, I've been sucking away. There it goes, welcome to that rainy day. Can't put food on the table, can't seem to get ahead. Every month only gets worse, I face the first with dread. No matter how much I scrimp, how much I save, never seem to get ahead of the game. And you know I've been hiding, I've been sucking away. There it goes, welcome to that rainy day. You read about all these billionaires flying into space. They could drop a little my way. I only need a taste. Can't seem to eke out a living. It's all hand to mouth. My nest egg is scrambled, learning to live without. No matter how much I make, it's not enough. Prices are rising, times are tough. And you know I've been hiding, I've been sucking away. There it goes, welcome to that rainy day. Rainy day, welcome to that rainy day. Rainy day, ooh.
basically stayed in this two-step that entire time. So groovy, such a wonderful performance. And we've got the details up on screen. Thank you to all of you for joining us this morning, and good luck on the show because that was amazing.
Thank you so much, Will. We appreciate you.
Well, appreciate you. Now we're feeling good for our Tuesday. There's all the details if you want to support Sherry Harding and the whole crew. A reminder, at the NAC on June 16th, you're going to want to secure those tickets, my friends. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you know of a great local business we should highlight as part of our Your Neighborhood feature? Send us an email at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
You know, I feel like we need to take advantage of what we're seeing today. There's just a hunch that I have, Melissa.
Absolutely. Sunshine today, this morning into your afternoon. We're already sitting at 20 degrees, by the way. High of 30 this afternoon. We'll feel closer to 32. But then you see this evening around 9 p.m. could start to see thunderstorms in the forecast and overnight. So enjoy today.
That's okay, because you know what, we've seen the heat over the last few days. Now we need a little bit of rainfall for our gardens and our flowers, our vegetable gardens. We always need that this time of year.
Thank you for teaching me how to eat a chicken wing on TV. Butt out.
Butt out each and every time. Protect the clothing, friends. Food, butt out. And guess what? You never know what we'll do. So tune in tomorrow at 6 a.m.